I'm Ryan Friedlinghaus, CEO of the world-famous West Coast Customs. What started as a $5,000 loan from my grandfather became this. The most creative and innovative custom car shop on the planet. This is my world, and this is how it's done.
Yeah! Tattoos and tailpipes and bad in the bone. We're the West Coast wizards of leather and chrome. We're the kings of custom. West Coast Customs. West Coast Customs.
From rendering to reality, you'll see it all. Inside West Coast Customs.
So I was talking with a really good friend of mine, Dana, from Continental Tires, one of the biggest tire companies out there. She has another brand of tires called General. They have one of their athletes that they sponsor named Ox. She said, "We have a really good guy, he's good, you know, this is a truck we need to build kind of for him as a favor, just as being his sponsor, you know, can you guys do it for us?" So me and Alex took a trip out to Temecula to the Metal Militia compound to meet Ox, kind of see him in his office. It was a long trip back out to Temecula. That's actually where Alex lives. And then he said, "Oh, I know this area really well." We end up getting to the end of a street. It turns into dirt.
Are we going the right way?
I don't think so.
Where's the directions?
And it was dirt, 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 dirt for like miles.
We're not just in dirt, we're going off-roading now.
Me and Alex are arguing that we're lost and we don't know where we're at.
I don't know. This says Aladdin Circle.
Why don't we put it in navigation? Why do people live on dirt roads?
And then all of a sudden you see guys flipping on motorcycles. We knew we were at the right place.
Hey, your car's dirty now.
Nice.
Look at that. Look at that. Hey, almost going backwards.
Easy.
Made it.
What's up, man?
I ride free motocross by trade. You know, that's how I make a living. I go out there, jump dirt bike. But a couple of years ago, I started racing down in Baja. It's the toughest terrain in the world, basically, and it's tough mentally, it's tough physically, and I think that's why I like it. I like a challenge. I got a really big Baja race coming up here in the next couple months, and you know, I kind of want to set up the truck like super off-road survival man chase truck. It's a Toyota Tundra, and just wondering, you know, if you guys have any thoughts like what we could do with it.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll come up with some cool ideas.
Take a look at it.
Ox, I think, definitely has his head on his shoulders. He knows what he's doing. When he does freestyle, he does a bunch of stuff with his sponsors, and now he's doing the Baja stuff on his bike. I mean, he's an athlete for sure, and I think he's got a plan, which is cool. He knows what he needs on this truck. He knows what it's got to do for him, and hopefully we can get it all done for him. This is where you are right now, huh?
Yeah, this is it. This is pretty damn stock. I mean, it's got a tiny little lift on it. It's got some off-road tires and a GPS, which is, you know, the bare minimum for what you need down in Baja. But
Right.
you know, this thing's got to be my lifeline.
What does suspension really need to be?
Icon, they make some killer stuff. They're showing me a bunch of like triple bypass suspension and stuff like that.
How many bikes have to fit in there?
I need to at least be able to fit 2 bikes in there. And it'd be cool to figure out how to secure the tailgate so it doesn't flop up and down. I mean, these trucks aren't made to be doing what we're doing with them, but
We can do that easy.
we got to do what we can.
Yeah.
Do that easy.
You know, I have all the faith in the world, and I think they're gonna do everything I need. Plus, I think it's still gonna be pretty plush on the inside. Nice little stereo. You know, the creature comforts. Yet, it's gonna, you know, it's gonna bring me home, keep me safe.
Okay. What about paint? What do we do on the paint?
You know, I was gonna kind of leave that up to you. I mean,
Just come up with something cool?
I am a militia guy, and we like dark cars, dark
Right.
bikes, dark everything, and
Everything blacked out?
I don't know. I like the colorway, maybe the black and red or something. You know.
Okay. I'm thinking more of like the tone-on-tone stuff, so it's like, it's almost like ghosted, but not really ghosted.
Yeah.
But in a camo print, something.
I'm a little bit worried on the paint part of it because, you know, I like black stuff. I mean, my bike's black, my truck's black, and, you know, I know they get a little foofy over there. They got some Paris Hilton work here and there, and, you know, they get the diamonds and all that kind of stuff. So I want to keep it a little bit more low profile, kind of dark, more metal militia kind of deal.
So how long do we got on this?
Man, the Baja 1000 is in just over a month, and I kind of need this thing pretty quick, and you guys are the best at what you do, so I'm sure you can
So
get
we're just gonna throw a little pressure on you, right? Can we take it today? Yeah. If you're pushing us like that, we gotta take it today.
If I'm pushing, go ahead, take it. Get rid of it.
We're leaving you riding your bike home. This truck is like his safety truck, so we gotta make sure, one, it's gonna handle the beat down it's gonna take out there at the Baja, and make sure it has everything in the bed and make sure everything's there and works.
What's up, Jeff?
What's up, man?
So when I got back, I went and met with Jeff like I usually do and, you know, go over the build, go over my ideas. Paint scheme, maybe we go with like a tone-on-tone like black and gray and maybe a little bit of red and do like a camouflage print. He doesn't want it flashy and in your face.
So we're gonna do this all in paint, or is this gonna be a wrap?
No, in paint.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to paint it. We're gonna do a front bumper with lights, you know, of course, all that stuff. Roof rack with lights on it. So we're maybe talking about doing lights in the front, lights on the side, and lights on the back facing into the bed. And then to put a spare tire on the roof. Icon is his sponsor, and they do crazy off-road suspension. So they're gonna come over here and actually help us with the suspension.
All right. Well, we'll make it happen.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Jeff.
All right, thanks.
To help Jeff Ox Cargola in the Baja 1000, we're going to transform his stock Toyota Tundra into the sickest off-road survival machine. On top of the truck, we're going to build a custom roof rack to hold a spare tire, extra gas, and lots of lights. On the front of the truck, we're going to have a custom bumper with a winch attached to pull Ox out of any hairy situations. And we'll add a few more lights to make this the brightest truck in the Baja. In the back of the truck, we're gonna put in some toolboxes to store some gear and install a shower to hose off that desert dust, leaving just enough room for 2 bikes. The interior of the truck needs to be plush, so we're gonna cover the seats in soft black leather with DVD players in the headrest. We're also gonna add a suede headliner and additional DVD screen. And for Ox's survival and sanity, a satellite phone and a screaming sound system. To finish this truck up, we're gonna do a custom black on gray camo paint job to keep this truck undercover as Ox blows by his competitors.
It looks like a simple build, but there's a lot of that's gotta go in it. I got Chivo, T-Rock, Darren, definitely Moscow and Danny on the job. I got Rory on parts, and then Ishmael and his guy's gonna have to get the interior side of it really tight. It's gotta have everything he needs in it. So like it has to have a compressor, water tank, you know, I'll get all the details of everything he wants. I was thinking to curve the bed in a little bit, and then in there he can have like a toolbox, and then one side maybe a first aid kit. So the paint job is a camouflage. He wants a kind of tone on tone, not too crazy. I mean, his whole thing is he wants this vehicle to be able to be there if he has a problem when he's in the Baja. But at the same time, this is his daily driver too. So the interior, he really wants to be plush out. So we gotta kind of have this on both levels. So we know what we need to do. We've done it before. We just need to get on it. Okay. Cool?
Okay, once I get the truck on the air and pull all the tires out, we're gonna start pulling out all the suspension. So when the guys from Icon bring us our suspension, we're already gonna be installing it.
Ish has a lot of work with the other builds, so I'm just tearing apart the vehicle for him, and then it'll give me a chance to start my wiring.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas.
You ready to go over that stuff for Ox's truck?
Sure.
We got clear bra. They want to wrap the whole truck in like a clear bra. Needs a water tank. We're gonna do a bumper with a winch on it and a first aid kit. Oh, and a toolbox with essential tools. The only other problem with this thing is there's so many little items that are going to come together in a short amount of time. And it's very easy to forget a little piece here and a little piece there that stops you from putting the whole thing together.
Coming up on Inside West Coast Customs.
How much room is there with 2 bikes?
Only like 10 inches of box.
We wanted to have you come out with us for a day so I can give you an idea of the kind of suspension we're putting on Ox's truck.
West Coast Customs has definitely been a journey for me. I borrowed $5,000 from my grandfather and started this little business.
Brian.
What's up, brother?
Here you go.
You did it?
Yeah, you ready?
I said, you know what, we really need to make a little memorial here at the shop for my grandpa since he is the reason why we have this company. Dang.
Here it is, man.
Gotta hang this right on that wall. Probably gotta do some rearranging and hang it on that wall. So that's definitely a good thing to look at. Seeing something like that every day definitely helps you remember and appreciate what he did for me.
Yeah, I knew how much it meant to you, so that's when I was like, hey, we gotta get this one done for you.
And you outdid yourself for sure.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thanks again, brother. Moscow! What we need to do is get one of his bikes here so we can measure that piece where you need to save for his bike and then build off of that.
Yeah.
Moscow.
Hey.
Ox showed up.
Yeah.
How much room is there with two bikes in there?
No, it's like, I think we're gonna have only like 10 inches of box.
There's no room in there with two bikes.
Did you measure it yet?
It's between the two rails. So like from here to here, this only space we have.
I was thinking on this tailgate, since obviously it's dented because he puts the tires sit right here, it looks like. What if we cut this out, reinforce it a little bit, and just diamond plate it before we do the Line-X in the bed? Can you do me a favor right now? Can you measure where the bikes are gonna sit, and can we tape it out so we can look at it?
He puts it right there. 'Cause there's the dent from it right there.
Yeah, just put it on the dent.
Put it right on the dent, and you know right where it goes. It's right there.
Oh, you don't want that?
It's right there. You can see. You already know.
No, here. Mark it.
No?
Press it right here. Right here. Oh, just do a little thing. There we go.
All right.
You got it?
So want to
Corey?
move on the other side now?
Seems like such a bunch of wasted space in the middle. Takes a lot of the coolness away that we were gonna build.
Takes a lot of the hard work away, too.
Well, Moscow, your work just got made a little bit easier.
Hello, this is Dylan.
Hey, Dylan, it's Alex over at West Coast.
Hey, how's it going?
That's going pretty good, man. Hey, I hear that you guys are going to set me up with some suspension for Ox's truck.
Yeah, hey, we got some good stuff for that truck. Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Well, when you want to get together and get this sorted out?
Hey, you know what I was thinking is I'm going to go out to the desert with our off-road car and do a little testing. Why don't you come out and meet me there? I can show you what all the shocks do, and we can discuss the plans for that truck.
We wanted to have you come out with us for a day, do a little tuning, so I can give you an idea of the kind of suspension we're putting on Ox's truck.
So what's so special about these?
Well, we got a all-modular bypass here. It's a fully billet shock, unlike the welded ones that was common in the past. Yeah. And we got all these adjusters on clickers, so you can hop out of the truck, make an adjustment real quick without any tools. I think Ox will like it. It's pretty cool.
Perfect.
So we'll tool around. We'll show you how supple it can be on all the little bumps, and then we'll find some big stuff and show you how you can handle that.
Let's check it out.
Okay, sounds great.
All right, let's get some whoops and get some speed going, huh? All right, yeah.
You see a bump coming up and you think you're waiting for it, and then you just see the tire go like that, and you don't even feel it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's what the bypasses are all about.
Ready to get some air time?
like jumping on the bed.
Yeah, it's driving a couch. So what do you think? You think those shocks are good enough for Ox's truck?
Yeah, I think that'll work, man. When can you get down to the shop and make that thing right?
I'll head back to my place. We'll get the goods put together. I'll come over next Wednesday. We'll get that stuff set up.
So I'll see you in a couple of days then.
54 and a half.
51 and a half.
All the way to the edge, 54. Today, we're gonna measure the roof rack and we're gonna start bending it. Okay, on the roof rack, it has to go a few lights and it's spare tires. So we gotta kind of figure out right now how we're gonna build the structure first. After that, we gotta figure out how to mount it. It's gonna be removable. That's why we build it on top of the truck, so we can have the right angle on the mount, so we can bolt it and unbolt it, and they can put it on and take it out easy.
How's it going?
Got the goods.
Got parts?
Yeah.
This way. All right. Well, my office is right there. If you need anything from me, just come get me.
I'm Dylan Evans from Icon Vehicle Dynamics, and right now we're here with some of our brand new bypass shocks, Omega Bypass Series, and we're gonna get them on Ox's truck. In the front, we're replacing the complete factory strut assembly with a coilover unit, which combines the high-performance shock and the spring together. And in the rear, we're putting a bypass shock. When we put the bypass shocks on the front, which is going to be the last step, the third step here, there's a little bit of welding involved, and it should take maybe 4 or 5 hours to get everything on. All right, looks good. I think we're set. Now the West Coast guys can make this thing look good. He's on his way.
Ishmael, I got you some gifts. You need to put these in Ox's Tundra. Flip down, maybe mold it in the headliner. And then these are their headrest monitors, which are really cool. You see what it is? Multicolored.
Also, they're already made.
So they're already made. You don't have to do nothing but pop them in. Pretty nice, huh?
I like it.
These are universal right here, so you can change the, for depending on what vehicle it's for. And then this is their new drop down.
I like the name.
Chameleon. It's because it changes colors.
I like it. They give you options. I really like this.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So we're gonna do a line with them. We're gonna do West Coast Customs ones, where they're gonna come and they're gonna have the little stamp right down here in the corner, the West Coast stamp. Packaging will be different. Ours are gonna be touchscreen.
Can I have some
so I'll get the first set is going in your truck.
Be careful what you're saying, or we got people.
Just remember, first set's going in your truck. Just take care of our boy Ox. Don't steal those ones. Don't steal them. Okay, here I am. It's time for our monthly meeting. West Coast Customs is going through a lot of changes. One of the big changes that, we're going through is we brought in Amy as the president of the company. She's taken the business side of it and she's fixing pieces one by one. And just knowing that somebody's there to have my back that I know is basically like family, it's good to know.
I think it's going to be great for us going forward. We have meetings, next week in Minnesota. So, it's going to be a great holiday season for us.
Making deals with people like this and being able to do business relationships like that, that's what I want to focus on.
It's never about doing cars day to day. You really need to focus on what I consider the bigger picture, the bigger jobs, going out there, meeting, greeting all our big partners and helping me close these deals. And Kenny needs to watch the floor and get the cars out of here, the big projects.
Okay.
Good?
I'm going to go work with the guys.
Okay, I'm going to finish my juice blends.
All right, good. Thank you for our pep talk.
This is the air ride. So when he's loaded down, he could actually lift the truck back up. Especially with the bike and now the roof rack and all the other stuff that we're putting in it, it's gonna weigh down the back. So This will help level out the truck again. The 2 compressors will fill up the air tank, and then once you sag down, you'll have an actual paddle switch inside the cab. You hit it up, and the airbags will fill up. Well, so far we got the compressors and the air tanks in. So next is to put the airbags. The airlift kit that we did get, it's mainly meant for stock trucks, not lifted ones like this one. So this little airbag is gonna be too short. So I'm gonna go upstairs and see if I can find a bigger airbag and make my own kit. That's something I could deal with right there.
The ox build, I think, right now is in the right spot. You know, it's moving really, really quick. I got all the guys in the body shop working on it. This Saturday, it's got to be finished and it's got to be delivered in Arizona on Sunday. The deadline's the deadline. It cannot be moved.
Coming up on Inside West Coast Customs.
One of the biggest issues is I'm going out of town for a week, so Kenny's going to be tested.
It's my job to make sure this car gets done, and I'm going to do everything I got to make sure this thing is done.
What is this?
Guys, take a couple minutes, meet me in the conference room. I got a gift for you. Today was a good day. I got to give the guys a gift, you know, from me and from Boost Mobile. The greatest news is Boost Mobile sent us some phones. So you guys can get some free phone time. The bad news is they're chirp phones. So now they're not just presents, they're leashes. I think they definitely see through the gift. You know, they see it's more one-sided gift. But it really isn't, you know? If you think about it, phone bills are expensive. It's a part of their budget every day. Now they don't have to pay a phone bill.
We're gonna start bending the front pipe and have installed the lights. Each is gonna get 4 lights in the front. And then it's gonna get 2 on the side and 2 on the rear. Already got these pieces bent up. There's a front hoop. So we're just gonna get the right height for it. And then we're gonna have this piece here. And we're gonna have 4 lights, which is gonna go here. The truck has a sunroof also. So what we do in this roof rack, we just build a roof rack so it has a big opening for them. So they never interference with anything, so they can still see through. We're also gonna build a spare tire, but at the same time, we're gonna build it for the bike. So we're gonna figure out something there to both of the tires.
Everything's solid. Pull it apart.
All right, good job, man.
Yeah.
I'm getting all the wires ready and prepped for the Tundra. And because it's such a long run, what I usually do is I spin my wires together to make it nice and tight and clean.
Yeah.
It's nice and tight, it won't look like spaghetti.
Bossman, the seats on the Tundra, are they going to be all black? No other color?
Black with black suede and red stitching.
Black and pink.
No colorblind, boy. Black and red.
This is where my homeboys from Chameleon TV sent us. I'm going to glue this piece on the actual headliner, and then I'm going to blend it in with some padding. So, you know, so that way when I lay the suede on the headliner, it's going to be smooth. It ain't going to be like bumpy.
So we got some dummies from a US battery that are pretty much empty and are just the shell. So we'll play a little trick on Moscow right now.
These ones are heavier than the other one. All right. Just let me get over here real quick. I got it. Just spot me, just in case. Okay, okay. Hold on.
Damn it. You grabbed it too soon, dude. Right when I let go of it, you grabbed it.
So this is the Toyota Tundra for Ox. It's a lot of work still needs to be done. One of the biggest issues is I'm going out of town for a week, and this build's got to be done as soon as I get back. So I leave tomorrow. We'll see what happens when I get back. It's got to get painted. The interior's got to get done. This stuff needs to be built out in the bed. It's got to be Line-X'd. The new wheels and tires need to get put on it. The grill, I mean, everything still needs to be done, and it cannot miss this deadline.
So I have Ryan obviously leaving tomorrow. He's giving me a big test. He'd leave me this company Tuesday and through Friday. It's my job to make sure this car gets done, and I'm gonna do everything I got to make sure this thing gets done.
You know, one of the problems is like any of these builds, they start off really good, we're moving really quick, and then they die out really fast.
We'll get all these guys together.
Yeah, and Alex has been leading a lot of this job too, so he knows, he's the first one that knows everything that's gonna go on with this thing.
Hey, Alex, how's it going?
Oh, hey, man.
Hey, let's go to this Tundra project.
Oh, okay, well, perfect. It's running right here. The roof rack is built. The bumper should be here. The lights are all here. Wheels are here. I got 2 more coming. DC Dave sent over a 270 amp alternator. I got 2 compressors and 2 air tanks that are already underneath. The rear suspension and the front suspension's already done by Icon. We just have to paint the hoops and stuff like that in the front. Back here in the back, you got the wheel well here. We'll do some boxes. This one on this side will be the shower. There's a water tank underneath and a pump. I got all that stuff the other day. On this side, we do tools and first aid kit, all right?
Thanks, man.
All right, thank you.
When I get back, if the truck's done, then we're in good shape. When I get back and the truck isn't done, then obviously we're gonna probably have an issue.
Basically, what we're gonna go over the project real quick. You guys done an amazing job so far, what I've seen. I just want to touch base on what each individual, as you guys are responsible for, upholstery, wiring, boxes, everything. Make sure you guys have everything that you guys need now. Wiring, where are we at with wiring?
Wiring, you still need parts for the satellite radio.
So nothing more, there's no iPod hookup, there's nothing?
All that, I have all that.
Okay, you have everything?
Yeah.
So I've been brought in halfway through this Ox build to get this thing going. Set schedules up, set manpower up, set everything up to make sure that this product gets built on time, having everything in set position, set down, and everybody talked to. I think we can make this go on by Friday. Okay, paint. How are we doing the graphics?
I just figured either A, we just wrap it with transfer paper and just, you know, draw a bunch of dumb little circles on it and tear them out to make it look realistic, or he can just print out a bunch of different shapes and we can just slap them on the car everywhere. Either way, I think it's just about time-wise.
So obviously it's Monday, guys, today. Tuesday, we'll wrap up the fabrication, wiring, and speaker boxes. Ish. On Wednesday, we wrap up upholstery, if not on Thursday. Out of paint, we'll go to paint on Wednesday night or Wednesday morning. We'll get that out of paint at least on Thursday. Ish, we're gonna go back on our upholstery, and then we start final assembly Thursday and finish up on Friday, and we deliver Friday night. So we're all good? Yep. All right. Yep. Make it happen, guys. Good job so far. Thank you.
We're gonna have 1 box in each side, and then 2 bottles to hold on right on front of the cab. And I use my board so I can keep it that tolerance that I need for the pocket. So I'm using a 1/4-inch wood, so that's what we're gonna have laid.
Seat covers for that. So we got.
What is this? We request some suede inserts. They send us the seat covers, all leather.
So what do you think we should do?
We have an extra suede, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna change the centers, I guess. This is supposed to be suede, this section right here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut this off and put some suede on it. So that means more work for Adrian.
Batteries look a little swollen to you or no?
A ver, primo. A ver.
Were they plugged in?
If Danny brings new batteries or not.
Here's some.
That's just the way they are. That's the way they are.
Here's some new ones.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Guess it would have stopped it, huh?
You tried it, what, 5 times and didn't work on anybody?
No, I got 2 of them really good. I got the 2 janitors. We'll figure one out. We gotta get someone good.
Coming up on Inside West Coast Customs.
So if Ryan comes back on Friday, I would like to have this thing done.
Ken is having everybody working fast.
Darren, you don't wire my steps yet? Maybe you should organize your...
Maybe.
So Ryan has left on business today, so here we are on the Ox build. So I've got my paint crew and my surfacing crew prepping the car. I've got Darren, electrician, doing the wire interfaces between the steering wheel. I've got my fabrication crew putting running boards on, my upholstery guys and everything wrapping up all the interior. So if all goes well, we'll be out at the paint first thing in the morning, and we'll be on our way for Thursday morning front assembly. So if Ryan comes back on Friday, I would like to have this thing done. Got the running boards on the floor. Got the instructions right here. Let's get this on. You're nice and tidy, aren't you? At least here's number 12 after the last one we find. Maybe you should organize your What do you think?
Maybe.
Get to see if it works. Hey, Darren, we got the running boards on. You think you can wire it up for me?
Yeah, I'll get that done.
All right, right away?
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna pull the frames out. I'm just gonna skin it outside, which is this metal, go all around the boxes, and then I'm gonna send the bed to the body shop.
Darren, you don't wire my steps yet?
Not yet.
Do you know which wire goes where?
Yeah.
You sure?
Hope so.
This is the new exhaust kit from Flowmaster. This kit's meant to go, like, come out to the back, but since I got the batteries and water tank, I don't think I'm gonna be able to go all the way back. I'm gonna have to shorten the exhaust and kick out in front of the rear tires instead of going out the back bumper. So I'll be able to use from here to there. The rest of this I gotta kind of redo.
It's Wednesday morning, Ryan's still out in business. Right now, what we got going on is getting the exhaust finally wrapped up, and they're gonna go ahead and get in the spray booth. If everything goes well, we'll have it out of the spray booth later on tonight, if not first thing in the morning, and start final assembling it. That look cool, they have a bigger tip. Hey, Alex, we put this up to the truck, and we think the tip's way too small.
You want to go to a 4, dual 4s?
I like to see 4s.
I'll have them call over there and see if we can get them right away.
Short 4-inch and see what we can get.
Short 4, angle cut?
Yeah, angle cut.
All right.
All right? Cool. Thanks, man.
We're getting the final mast done on the body of the car. We're getting ready to shoot it, and the bed's going to be coming in here very shortly, too.
It helps when you got some organization and you got some structure and you got some process coming into it, you know what's coming up. The old saying is, you know, if you fail to plan, you better plan to fail.
It's going to go black with some camouflage accent stuff on it down the sides. We're probably going to do a couple different colors, a dark gray and then maybe a little bit lighter gray. These guys aren't real flashy, and they're not into a lot of that glitz and glamour stuff. They're like kind of a little more darker, a little more sinister, and so we're trying to kind of reflect that personality and stuff in the vehicle. We got the Ox truck in base coat already, so now we're T-Rock and George are working on getting the graphic part of it so we can get the layout ready for it.
Here we got the truck base this morning. Now we're here taping the graphics up. Looks like we'll be working all night trying to get these graphics. We got 3 different colors, and we got the general tire logo going on the front. So hope we get it out of the boot tonight. Ready for assembly tomorrow.
late night. Had to get the car painted, kind of up till 5 in the morning, clear coating this thing. Had about 6, 7 guys working all night. The guys did a phenomenal job last night. They busted their butt, got it done. Here we are, painted vehicle, pulling out, ready for final assembly.
Well, the last thing Ox said, Ryan's don't make this thing too flashy or too flamboyant. So, you know, we kept it in the darker hues, the grays and the blacks and stuff like that. And I think that the tones actually really complement the vehicle. So we got the first color on for the camouflage effect. It took like 6 to 8 hours to do that, and we misjudged that by about 6 hours. I didn't have a choice other than to get it done. And so we stayed and got it done, and that's what we do.
You know, you got a lot of dedicated people here that want to get this thing done and on time. We want to prove a point that, hey, these things can get done on time and quick and quality. The car's painted, it looks phenomenal. So we're gonna pull it out of the booth right now and go ahead and start assembling it. Let's get these on.
Cool.
Perfect, huh?
Ken is having everybody in check, working fast. All we gotta do is just put the seat covers on the seats. Just let the seats, Put them in check.
From getting all the switches wired in, we got a switch for the fog lamps on top, we got a switch for the fog lamps in front, we switch for the strobe lights, and then we got the lights in the back also. So if something breaks down, they can look at the toolbox. They have plenty of lighting to work on anything they need to work on.
I need to finish one of these boxes so I can give it to Danny, so Danny can run his hoses and put a shower for it.
All right, this is a box, usually for an RV, like an outside shower to rinse off. I kind of just modified it so it is a filler and the shower all in one unit. Beautiful.
You ready?
All right, guys.
Ryan's about to come back tonight. I think he's gonna be really excited what we did and what we've done with the car. He knows nothing really about it. He hasn't got no pictures or anything of it. I went out of my way to make sure to prove a point to Ryan that, hey, we can build better than what it's supposed to be when he's not here.
We're putting a Venture Shield paint protection film on it with a matte finish. It keeps your truck from getting scratches, road rash, rock chips, and that kind of thing.
Coming up on Inside West Coast Customs.
We're out here in Surprise, Arizona for the Lucas Oil short course race.
I'm gonna ask a special guest to come on up here, Ryan from West Coast Customs.
So let's pull it out and see what he thinks of it.
Fucking truck came out badass. What do you think?
Being gone and knowing that when I get back, we got to go right to a reveal on this Ox build. It was a bit stressful. I left the rendering. The truck was started, you know, but not even close to being done.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it. I like that I actually left and went out of town and came back and something got done. You know, I was concerned, but I got back and the truck looked amazing. Everything was done on it that I expected, so it was great. It was a great feeling. The paint looks great too, because that was one of the things I was a little nervous on. Good job, Kenny. Thanks. It's a good sign.
Try to prove a point to you that we can do it.
Now that the truck is finished, it looks great. You know, Ox has this big off-road race that he's doing. General Tire is one of the sponsors. So I'm gonna grab Danny and Darren to drive the truck out to Arizona to his race. Me and Alex will get on a plane. We'll fly out there, meet the truck there, and do an unveiling. All right, cool. Good job, guys. So Ox has a big event he's about to race in. He's got an off-road race in Surprise, Arizona that I'm gonna grab Danny and Darren to get in the truck, drive it out there, and we do what we do best, and that's make our customers happy.
We're out here in Surprise, Arizona for the Lucas Oil short course race. We're driving the #2 General Tire Superlight. This is a Superlight. It's got a 240 horsepower Mazda rotary engine. It's got 16 inches of wheel travel all the way around, and General tires to grab onto the ground and get me going. I'm a two-wheel guy. Like that's what I do. But General Tire has helped me out with giving me a ride for the Superlight, and you know I love it.
We just arrived in Arizona. We had a long drive, about 6 hours. You know, tough night, long night. We're tired, but the truck made it in one piece. It rides really well. You know, like I said, I was surprised with all the extra weight. I mean, we got at least an extra 800 pounds, and it didn't even feel like it. I was able to drive the truck, no problem.
We're about to go up on stage right now in Surprise to give Ox a surprise.
Surprise and surprise.
He had a little bit of hesitancy with some of the things we were doing, didn't want to go too crazy with it. I think he's going to like it. You know, I'll keep my fingers crossed when we go up on stage right now and surprise him with this truck. Hopefully, he loves it.
I'm going to ask a special guest to come on up here. We've got Ryan from West Coast Customs. Come on up here, Ryan.
This was definitely a different project for us. I mean, working, of course, with General Tire is something we've done for a ton of years now. But the guys got together and we built Ox, the ultimate chase vehicle. So let's pull it out and see what he thinks of it.
Well, there it is, the West Coast Customs General Tire Ox Cargola Special, folks.
So definitely in the beginning, I was a little nervous because I was hoping, you know, he would like this paint job. I mean, that was one of the things that was a little challenging for me because I didn't want to go too crazy with it, but still keep it where it's, you know, it looks tough and looks different.
Yeah, my first impression when I saw this thing coming up to the front at the podium was like, it's beautiful. I mean, it's like a work of art, and it just looks tough. It looks mean.
Yeah, it makes me feel really good, especially because when he seen the outside, he was pumped and he loved everything we did. And then when he goes to the inside, wasn't expecting anything.
The interior is like a penthouse. It's beautiful. I mean, it's so plush. It's the leatherwork, red stitching, suede. It has everything I asked for, plus 10 times that.
There was photographers everywhere. There was other news people there. I mean, everybody was excited to get the first glimpse of this truck.
All the media, the crowd, everyone was so hyped up. Everybody loved it. Everybody wanted to check it out. It was really cool. It was really cool to see that response from the crowd.
So after I was done showing him the truck, all that commotion was going on, I raised the green flag to start the race. After that, I could bring Ox down here and really show him the truck. We have the shower and that, and then the tools. This side has the air hose.
It looks like a fighter jet.
Yeah, right?
It's rad.
I love those switches.
I honestly don't think, like, if you thought of anything else you could possibly put in this, like, you can't think of anything else. It's got, like, anything you could possibly think of, you guys did it, and you did it good.
So my guys really did it. You know, I was worried. I was out of town for the last couple days of this build. I was hoping, you know, that they would pull this off, and they did. You know, I think Kenny did a good job, Alex did a good job, and everybody, you know, that was back there working, you know, till 2, 3, 4 in the morning to get this truck done. So I wish Ox all the best of luck in the Baja. You know, hopefully he goes out and does his thing, and this safety truck's gonna be right behind him to chase him through this race. And, you know, hopefully he does a good job. Now I'm gonna get back to work and do what I do.
Next time on Inside West Coast Customs.
I got invited down here from the head of Discovery Channel to go over a build that they want me to do to help somebody out.
We need you to build the ultimate hot dog cart.
It's gonna be the biggest and baddest and awesomest build we've ever done. It's a hot dog cart. So I created a way to really give back to our fans. It's called the 7 Steps to Customize Your Car, where they can go into the local Best Buy and purchase one of my steps to customize their car. We're gonna do a West Coast Customs boot camp where we bring some of their guys in here, we teach them each one of the steps, and we get this process going.